I'm doing everything and I'm doing it in the middle of the night.
You know, they go low, I go lower.
But first, a quick word from this week's sponsors over at AG1. We've secretly replaced
Ice Lord Nation's General
morning pilly gimmick with AG1, the nutritional drink that makes living healthy easy. Let's see if he notices.
Pilly gimmick!
I'm off 10 different pills.
Alright, we're gonna, fuck it. This is an important message, man. It's important for the kids and shit, man. We just want, this really for the kids and shit. It's a real important message, right? Y'all don't be smoking cigarettes, right? Good, okay? Don't smoke cigarettes. You don't smoke cigarettes, don't smoke cigarettes. Listen, I seen a commercial one time, right? It was an anti-cigarette commercial. Not a vaping commercial, an anti-cigarette commercial. I'm gonna tell you something about vaping in a second. In this commercial, it's like everybody had a USB port on their mouth. And it was like, you can get to the point where all you think about is your next cigarette. And the cigarette was just like you like linking up to a USB port. Like everyone mouth, it was a really, really fucking, it was one of them anti-tobacco commercials that only lasted for like little minute. You might only see it like 2 or 3 times. But it's like, you saw it heavy, right? But then they stopped playing it after a few weeks. Like someone was like, that's too extreme. Basically, it was like, you get the point where all you think about is your next cigarette. And they're not totally right about that. Like you can. The way you don't get to that point is you gotta do other shit. And especially do other shit that you don't do while smoking a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I could say it's one of the big like purporters for me about when I do video games and shit is that's the only thing I do where I don't smoke cigarette at all while I'm doing it. And it apply to vaping too. If cigarettes can get you to that point, listen, if I ain't have all these talents and all this other shit going on, pimp, I'd be like, you see me when I'm on video, bro, I'll put the cigarette out and I'll just light it right back up, bro. It's not that all I think about is my next cigarette. It's like a tick, bro. It's like fucking just like, I'll be on autopilot. I don't realize that I fucking just put one out. Now I'm lighting it right back up again, bro. And like, I'll just be like holding the lighter. I'll be like, God, put the lighter in my pocket, bro. Like, cause that's what's gonna make me keep, like, as long as I hold this and I got one of these around, this is gonna keep happening till it's done. See, that's the one thing I got conscious of. I like got to the point where I realized if I was chain smoking and I stopped that. You know, like if I just had a cigarette, I won't go have one. Unless I'm at like a social event, because it gets worse with that, bro, because I can't just at a social event, I can't just go play guitar. I can't just go play video game. You know what I'm saying? I can't just go in the booth and rap if it's my son's birthday party and they want me to be around people. As part of this movie, I felt like this was a very important PSA. I actually am quitting smoking this year. This year I'll quit smoking. Yes, I get ornery when I quit. Yes, like, you know, for a few days I'm gonna be a fucking asshole to deal with. I might not sleep for a few days. That's like the main thing that like stops me every time that right now. I don't want to look crazy to my neighbors when they see me up for 3 days because I ain't had no cigarette. It ain't like I get that ornery comparatively as long as you just leave me alone. Like, and definitely with my neighbors, it wouldn't be like that type of issue, but it just looks crazy, bro. It would look crazy. And there's so much shit that I have linked in with doing it with a fucking cigarette. So I really want to make this video to tell kids, man, do what you do, man, but, you know, take only what you need from it. Control yourself. Take only what you need from it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that shit right there. Some real white people shit, bro. Some real white people shit. You know some real white people shit because the motherfucker seeing that shit died on heroin or some shit. It's funny because right after he died, like, I had a friend who was a huge fan of him from a band called MGMT, the dude who died. And the kid wound up dying, bro. And when he died, his profile picture was literally, he looked just like him too, was the funny shit, bro. And his profile picture was literally him. He like drew all the tattoos on him. People thought it was like literally a picture of the dude from MGMT. And then that was another kid death I watched play out on my Facebook. So RIP Mike Sanders. RIP Ryan Petrie. That was the first time that happened. Ryan Petrie gets out of fucking jail, posts. He's like, yeah, I just got out of county. They booked me on a public intox ticket. like 8 p.m. the same night, it was RIP in memory of Ryan Petrie on his fucking Facebook. I just want to make this shit to just tell the kids, listen, this shit ain't cool. Ain't nothing about what this is. This shit ain't cool, pimp. There came a point in my life where it was like, bro, how am I supposed to quit smoking when like cigarettes is like one of my best friends, bro? They always there, bro. Even when my wife and kid is gone, they fucking there, bro. The Lawler and RJ rounds and all them be damned. But yeah, so I had to say this, bro, because I am quitting smoking this year. I actually am quitting smoking this year. This is that year. But it is a very hard thing to do. It is a very hard thing to do. And I know for me, what it's gonna take is it's gonna take using the Zen pouches, whatever the fuck. The patches don't, like, that's the thing about the Zen, it hit me like a cigarette. But it's not something, I don't like the motion of doing it. You see what I'm saying? But I get the same, I never even got that from vapes where I would get the nicotine feeling in like the same amount of time it takes to get from a cigarette. And so I know with the Zen, I wouldn't be replacing it with a different addiction. I'd be using it almost like how they use Ativan or something where you in detox. And they do that just to keep you sedated so they could detox you from all the other shit. But I realized, I was like, you really got preoccupy your time with other shit, bro. Like, I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old, pimp. I'm 30, I'm gonna be 32 in like 4 months, pimp. I can't, I know if I don't quit by the time I'm 35, bro, it's like, I'm probably gonna go out at age 60 or age 70 while smoking a cigarette from like a heart attack or something. I'm gonna go out when I'm older. Personally, I don't think cigarettes affect me like that. They affect other people, like health-wise. But in terms of being addicted, this is the most addictive thing on the planet. This is the only thing I'm addicted to. This is the only thing. And it has no psychoactive effects. There's no psychological, like the most you get is your nerves get a little bit cooled and shit. Like, okay, I think it's the same thing for if you're like drunk during a shooting competition. I think they can DQ you if you smoke a cigarette like while you're shooting. I don't think that's like, because I know it helps steady like aim and shit. Your reflexes get calm and shit, whatever. And I know that that's the same theory behind why you can't be drunk at a shooting competition. There's a dude who got DQ'd for that. Late 2016, mid to late, it was like this time 2016. It was like this time 2016 when I quit vaping. And I only remember that because that was when me and Lenny was living at my parents' crib. It was summer 16, man. It was summer 16. I don't know why I just didn't say it like that the first time. That was some fly shit. So that's like 9 years ago I quit vaping. Let me tell you something. When I quit vaping, it's for all you kids that be vaping out there, right? I'm still smoking cigarettes. I'm still smoking weed. And when I quit vaping, I coughed up a whole layer of shit that was coating the inside of my lungs. That was not shit that I was coughing up because of the cigarettes or the weed. I only knew that shit because of deductive reasoning. I'm like, okay, I quit vaping. I'm coughing this shit up for like a fucking month and a half. I never vape again. And I've never had that type of discharge that I had to cough up ever again since that. The vaping might be worse than cigarettes, to be honest. We just don't know yet. Okay, so like back before weed got legalized, right? One thing a lot of detractors of doing that would say, there's like this old thing where it was like, there's up to 400 more toxins in a hit of marijuana than a cigarette. Keyword, up to. Meaning, if you grow the weed right, you're not growing some dirty ass, moldy ass weed. Of course, bro. Of course, this is regulated. This has to go through testing and inspection and say, okay, this is going to possibly kill people, but there's like only certain things we allow to be carcinogens in this that are in this. This is not some shit that Monsanto just threw together and said, here, buddy, Terminator seed technology. With the weed, like, yeah, it could be up to that, bro, because you could get all type. You don't know what the fuck the motherfucker growing that shit is doing. If there's no legal market, who do you think's growing that shit? You got to know the right guy. You know, nowadays, I'd say with the weed, because the accessibility to shit to grow right, all that, whatever, it's like, that's not so much the case. Like, weed on average, I'm pretty sure is less carcinogenic than a cigarette. Yes, if it's not grown right, that can be, you know, definitely worse. I've seen some crazy looking weed, and I don't mean no good way. I've seen weed that looks like it came out of magazines, and I've seen weed that looked like it came out the trailer park, pimp. Like, I've seen like really good looking weed, really bad looking weed in the worst and best ways. When that shit look really bad, like it's got the white mold on it and shit, that shit's probably really bad for you. That's probably that up to 400 different carcinogens that mold in cigarettes that they used to try to talk about in that anti-weed propaganda. The thing is, we had done studies on weed. So we knew things we found in various seizures of weed because it was illegal. And that's how they probably came up with that. They probably found some really bastardized fucking plant somebody had. Didn't take care of it at all. They had just these bricks of brickweed, bro. And they were like, yeah, look at all the fucking carcinogens in this shit. It was like one sample, but it was just like a sample of a large amount that was really bad. They're like, yeah, so up to. No, it only happened once. But yeah, I just had to do this for the kids and shit, man. Cause I see the kids, and I know the kids look up to me, man. I know the kids look up to me. And I don't want them to see what I'm doing and be like, I need to get like him with that. No. Listen, there's a lot of shit you could get like me with. Smoking cigarettes is not one of them, pimp. Smoking cigarettes is not one of them. The biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. I tell my kid that every day. And realistically, I don't even think these shits is as bad for my health as they is for most people. I have a very specific immune system. I don't think they affect me in terms of especially things like cancer. My family does not really have a cancer history. Yeah, I felt I had to do this for my legacy. You know, I've been blessed to have a lasting legacy in this bitch. You know, I built some shit in this bitch. Iceberg Tarantino, pimp. So I felt like I had to say something about this, you know, because I was like really trying when I woke up to not go get a cigarette. And I'm like, not trying to be an asshole, bro. Like, I just got to really cut back. See, and the other thing is I try to never smoke a pack a day. Like, I will sometimes, like if I'm in a social situation or something. But yesterday, yeah, I smoked a pack a day yesterday. I was like, that was like the wake-up call where I was like, yeah, no, I'm done with this shit, pimp. Yeah, just a sobering message for the community. You know, control yourself, man. Take only what you need from it. Oh, I gotta do my pilly gimmick. He said, Gully dropped some shit called Pillmatic. I'm like, the same Gully who like be preaching all that spiritual consciousness bullshit, that one he dropped a tape called Pillmatic. What's hilarious to me about that, like, I would drop a tape called Pillmatic and people would expect it. Like if I came out and I was like, yeah, I'm dropping this album, it's called Pillmatic. You know, morning pilly gimmick, we doing that, you know what I'm saying? We do it, gourmet pilly gimmick. I gotta speak on this like one more time. I hate talking about the same shit multiple times. I hate doing that. But I heard DJ Benny Black have a very wise take on what he said about the shit with Mexican OT. And people were mad at him. It was like, what, why don't you go stop it then? Benny Black's a DJ. He's not, like, he's a street dude, but he's not a street dude like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not no gang member type. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna go beat the shit out of homeboy. Like, bro, he trying to be on his way up. He trying to be like where Sharp the Pimp at right now and shit, bro. He could get there reasonably. Basically, like, Bandana Black was like, yeah, that Mexican OT, man, like, I'm not gonna play your music. What do you think he's gonna do? How do you get bigger as a rapper? If you reasonably, it's like the territory days in wrestling. You get bigger in the territory. And when you get big enough in the territory, then you go national. Then you go worldwide. I had to speak on this because I seen it and I was like, you know, I don't want to bring this shit up again, but you know, I'm all killer, no filler, but that just means I need really good ideas. So I was like, how do I fill this space with good ideas? Okay. Big brain, talk about concept. Average brain, talk about ideas, things, whatever. Talk about situations, things like that. Small brain, talk about other people. I'm like asking myself, I'm like, yo, is this what Sam High felt like when he like turned this age? Is that why like you stopped seeing on YouTube for a minute? At this point, I really like I gotta really give my all to the shit that I do with everything I do. I've always been like that. I have it gotta mean something, pimp. It gotta mean something, or I don't want to waste nobody's time, pimp. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Like, y'all very kind to me. Dedicate your time to watching my shit, even if you hating that motherfucker, even if you don't like the video and you gay. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I got nothing against no gay people. You know what I'm saying? I know how Pimp C really died. And he told us, bro. He told us who was in the back of the Range Rover with the boy. Nothing wrong with being gay. If you don't like the video, you gay. So I talk about that Mexican OT situation, because I was like, DJ Bandana Black brought up a lot of good points. DJ Bandana Black brought up some very significant points. DJ Bandana Black endorsed records. Like, cause it was like, what are you gonna do about, like, DJ Bandana Black is not gonna come see you about it. He is not Wack 100. Oh, he a street dude, but he a law-abiding citizen and radio DJ who hosted Lil Wayne mixtapes. He could really turn the switch off on you being able to get played in the New York area. He could definitely turn some switches off. Especially if there's other DJs who feel the same way me and him feel. Like, that's the thing, bro. Mexican OT, if you just said that second shit, bro, none of this would have happened. I understand that was probably the point of why you said it, because you knew it was going to cause this shit to happen. But at the same time, bro, like, is that really even worth it? Like, come on, man. Is that like really even worth it? Is that really even like something like that's worth doing at that point? Do you even need to do that? Anytime you want to get played, I know, listen, Detroit, that's like the main thing in my mind I remember that shit from. Like you can say that shit around certain black people, but like in Detroit, some places out here in Waterbury, some definitely in New Haven in some places. Like, listen, I'm the type of person, I got a very universal pass to say it, right? Most of my friends are black. I've seen it though where I'm talking to them and I'm purposely not trying to, like, I never overuse it when I use it. And it's like a very rare thing when I say it, but I do say it. I know that there's been times where like people have overheard me talking with my friends and like they there, but they like, and they hear me say it to them and they're like, yo, don't say that again. Every time I had boy be like, yo, like, he good, you know, chill, he good, he allowed to do that. And I'd be like the one to be like, nah, if he don't want me to say, I'm gonna respect that. Where like, I seen like, yeah, that's how I know they'll ask you to stop at least one. Even the most streetest dudes, if they have a problem with you saying it, will ask you to stop at least a couple times before they fight you for it. A lot of the older motherfuckers that really got an issue with it, I'm not gonna hold you. Not always, but like, listen, I always say this to people, like, you'll know if you could say it around somebody. You'll know, just like, it'll just, something will, the universe will tell you on accident usually. Like me and my producer P was just talking about this. You know, my producer P, he used to work, you know, for Brickspot. We was talking about this shit like last year or some shit. Cause like, I finally was like, yo, P, you really know. He was like, yeah, you is too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll know when you could say it. You'll know, A, if you that type of person, and you'll know because you've been cool with this motherfucker for years. This motherfucker knows where you come from with it. Like, not the first time, but one of like most memorable times I realized like that shit just happened on accident. Like, I was rapping, I was freestyling in Waterbury. And like, at the time, I was really in the streets. I was saying that word a little bit more than I do now. And like, it came out when I was rapping from like a bunch of black people. And no one was like, I stopped. I was like, and then they was all like, yo, man, you good, keep going. That shit was hot, keep going. You know you ain't mean it like that. Be some shit like that happened on accident. But it's still out of respect. It's like, you don't come out here, say that shit. Like, I'd never put that shit on my records. I never would. I look Hispanic. I look like a light-skinned Hispanic. If you saw me from far away especially. Me being who I am, like I said, me being Hispanic, passing, native, I still wouldn't say it. I would say it like this, that's my word, that's not my word though. Because of certain things I've done, certain things I proved to people over long amounts of time, they have no problem with me saying that type of shit around them. I understand when I get on here, these are not people I've been around since I was little. These are not people I grew up with. These are not people I was in prison with. These are not people I was around so heavy that, Like, I know if it was someone tried to smoke us and we was together, we both be trying to shoot back at them. They not gonna run. It's not somebody like that. It's people who don't know you on this bitch. So for all the people that's on the civil rights movement and shit that was alive for all that shit, I respect for all the shit black people been through. I respect for the shit that happened to my ancestors. Even though it didn't happen here, it happened right south of the border and it happened over there where the white people came from, bro. So it's like, me being me, I had to speak on this again. Like, cause I seen what DJ Bandana Black said, and what he said was so valid in a lot of ways. And people was trying to like nitpick at the littlest shit that was really just him like fucking up his words, I'm pretty sure. But like, I knew exactly what he was talking about. Cause most of the time, that's what'll happen. You'll be on the other side of the street. The white boy that's real cool with another black dude that you know, is like, they might be saying that shit kind of heavy. In most cases, they know they're not directing it towards you and that you and them have that rapport. It's different when you get on the screen and you say all that shit. It's different when you do that shit on a song and you're not black. And I think a good example of that is when Big Pun and Fat Joe started saying it, right? It wasn't no smoke over it. It wasn't no smoke. Like, people understood, like, he come from this, bro. He used to chill with Big L, bro. Like, really? Come on, pimp. No matter how universal of a past you have to say that shit in your personal life, if you're not black, you really shouldn't be coming on here and saying it. You know, there's some black people that probably say, like, nobody should be saying it. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to think about shit like that every time, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking about doing some Mexican OT shit. Now, if Mexican OT had just said that second part, it might have been all good. I mean, saying the who gonna stop me, that automatic, listen, no matter what it did for the viewers right then, thinking long term, that's not good at all. That's potentially irrecoverable. You know what I'm saying? You might have just did the Kramer Michael Richards shit to an extent, a much lesser extent, but an extent. You might have done that Laugh Factory shit, that shit Dave Chappelle. Damn. Every time I see this fucking sign, man, fucking Kramer, man. Fucking Kramer. It's all I can think about. Every time I see that Laugh Factory logo, Kramer. So yeah, man, I had to speak on the shit one more time because like DJ Bandana Black in his video, he was like, yeah, I've seen white boys in the hood that's mad cool with mad black people. They grew up there, whatever. And they use that shit around me, but like not around me like that. And I think what he meant is like not talking to me. They was talking to someone else right next to me. And they was using it with them, but they would never use that shit with me. Cause that's usually how it go. Like if I grew up with you, and you was calling me this the whole time, I was calling you the same shit. We grew up in the same conditions, and you've given me permission to say that? Like, yeah, it's different. But that's not how this works. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you gotta think about too. You can't really monetize nobody who's not black saying that just in their personal life. You can't monetize those conversations between a white dude and a black dude just in the hood. It's not on camera. You know, you can't, there's no way to monetize that unless they put it on camera, you know? And that'd be some weird shit. That'd be some like real voyeuristic shit to do. I'm not gonna hold you. Cause people was coming at me that like crazy. Like, bro, listen, we get it. Y'all the plug, bro. We get it. We understood that y'all got Black Hawk helicopters and shit. Cool, pimp. We get it. You living like it's GTA 5 down there. I totally understand and respect you, and this is no disrespect. But listen, y'all got half the Mexicans out here thinking they the cartel, bro, and they don't even know nobody in it. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like that was a little blown out proportion. But it's like I see the comments come at Black. I'm like, bro, no one from any other community should feel this was like in some way wrong, bro. No one from any type, like, how are you gonna say, like, how you gonna say that's wrong? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're not black, it's like, listen, if you really been, shit, not guess, I wouldn't call it guess, but you was adopted by the culture, right? You understand who gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying? If you really grew up like that. Like, I don't say that shit when I'm around a lot of black people. I don't. I might say it to like someone I'm talking to in that group, but if I'm just talking to people I don't know who are black, I will never say that shit. Like it take years for me knowing you for me to say that shit. Anyone who's not black, who in the same position I am, you know when you could say it. You'll know who you could say it to. And you know they understand where you coming from with it. And that's not on no racist shit.
Bro, Plug done served me 20 G's in this. He pulled up, he was like, yo, I got your Chinese food. And he put the 20 G's in that shit. That's so ignorant.
It goes to Steve Jobs, the real one, pimp. Goes to Steve Jobs, the real one. You know what I'm saying? I had to do something kind of serious, bro. I had to give this to kids, man. Cause I go through it so you wouldn't do it after me, man. It's just our duty, the old heads, to teach the kids the right. Like, listen, you can fuck around, bro, but understand that motherfucker, that dope is just as dangerous as a strap, bro. Shit, you might not be a killer and still kill somebody selling them dope. There's 4 hitters riding a strap in Grandpa Cadillac. Nah, like I said, because it was like the anniversary of Reed Depp and shit, Jason Reed just said something in the comment like, when did this happen? Yeah, my little brother Reed, those of y'all who don't know, Kung Fu fighting, genuine dancing, wins the dance contest for the smokers. Ash Reed, yeah, the one who went out to LA to go get meth because he couldn't get it out here, so he drove all the way across the country to go get it. Yeah, and his heart exploded and literally FaceTimed me on the way going to die. That's fucked up, isn't it? You on the I'm on FaceTime while he's on public transit going to meet this motherfucker Mike McKay, who works at a rehab and got him the meth. Mike McKay known Reed way longer and was way closer with Reed for way longer than I was. I was in 5th grade, I known Reed, so since he was in like 4th grade. Mike McKay been in Reed house since before that. Mike McKay should have saved him. And he didn't, pimp, and that's fucked up. I'm not threatening nobody. Some other shit I'm doing, but I had to do this for the kids, man. I see the kids, bro. Listen, drugs not always a mistake. Some people need that shit. You'll know if it's a mistake for you, pimp. You'll know. And never, ever smoke no cigarettes or commit suicide.